First of all, I'm thrilled that you're here. I love that I'm talking to you. And I was telling you just before we started recording that my daughter, Nev, is an insane, massive fan. Interestingly, this story begins a number of months ago when my daughter says, I want you to come with me to Coachella. And I say, sure, that's just the place for someone my age, right? So we start driving, and my daughter did a really cool thing. She didn't tell me who the bands were, but she started playing me on the long drive. She started playing me all this different music and saying, you tell me who you think we should go see when we're there. She's playing me all different kinds of music. And I'm saying, I like this one, I like that band. Yeah, this one's really good. And then I singled out, she played me a couple songs, and I said, this is the band we have to see. We have to see this band. And she said, correct. That is Japanese Breakfast.
That's amazing.
Yeah. She sort of said it like, there's hope for this old fool. Then we get to Coachella, and she's played me so much of your music that I'm excited to see you. And we go to your tent show, and you come out and you're performing, and I think you're playing the song Paprika, and there's a gong on stage, a small gong. And, you know, I'm someone who loves to be on stage. And I can tell when someone else loves to be on stage. You come out, you're kicking ass. I love your music. You're playing the song Paprika, and it's so joyous. And you keep running over and hitting a gong. And I had never seen anybody do that before. And then you're back to playing a song, and then you rush over and hit the gong again. And I'm in the crowd, and I'm yelling at my daughter, gong, that's genius. Why didn't I do that? Years when I was doing a monologue every night at night, I should have said like, yeah, I'm more like Donald Trump, and then run over and hit a gong.
Yeah.
Why didn't I do that?
I don't know. It's very cathartic. I highly recommend incorporating it.
I want a gong.
At the next live podcast recording, you'll just have a gong next to you.
And the cool thing is, it's not a giant gong. It's a smaller gong that makes like a crashing sound, right?
I don't feel like it's that small.
Well, it's not. The gongs I'm thinking of are the ones that are...
Oh, like behind The Who or something.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. Keith Moon would get up at the end, run over and hit, and it would be like, gong!
Yeah.
And it was kind of a joke, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not small, but...
don't call my gong small.
Sorry.
It's a sizable gong.
Wow. Michelle is walking out of the interview.
Yeah.
What happened? What did you say? I said the gong seemed kind of small to me. You did what?
You gong shamed her.
I gong shamed you. That's the worst thing you can do. And then I was just talking to you, I just mentioned that, and you said you saw me in the crowd.
Yes.
I do stick out, I guess.
Yes. You're very tall.
It's like Big Bird from Sesame Street.
Yeah, we were...
Check out your set.
It was hard to not just like look at you when we were playing, because we were all just like, oh my God, Conan O'Brien's like watching us play. And so I felt like I like really had to perform for you, and I feel like I was just like watching you and like hoping that you didn't like walk away.
Right.
That
did
was
not
like
walk away.
That was like my marker.
Yeah.
But then looking in retrospect, I feel like that must have been uncomfortable to be like someone's focal point.
You stood in the middle of the crowd?
No, there's like a VIP area on the side.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you weren't like blocking people behind, because I don't want you to be the tall guy in the audience, just like blocking everyone behind you.
Why do you always have to go negative on me? Why can't this just be a joyous experience?
When I'm hearing tall guy in the crowd, I just think those poor people behind you.
Yeah, but this is the issue. Like, how tall is your daughter?
My daughter is not super tall
Not
like
super
me.
tall.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, you know,
She's
and
average
she would
height.
have to suffer or you'd have to
The
be
other thing I
separated.
That's
regret
true.
is I tried to surf the crowd
Aw,
remember,
man.
and crushed 11 people. I just got really excited and I jumped up, and it turned out they were all about 19, and they just buckled, and small.
Yeah.
And they all buckled, and also they were like, why? You just ruined Japanese breakfast for us. We all have to go to the hospital now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Did you try starting a mosh pit too?
I tried that too.
Oh God.
I threw stuff on stage, and I kept hoping that Michelle would call me up on stage to sing one of my numbers about growing up, lonely and sad in Boston. But you didn't.
No.
There is so much to talk about. I loved your show, and I've been really loving your music, and I love you direct a lot of your videos, if not all your videos. You're so creative in so many different ways, and just gets me excited. I love I love meeting young people that are hyper creative. It makes me happy about the future.
Yeah, I know. You like have your hand in a lot of different things. I can never do that.
That's not true. You wrote a book. She wrote a book called World's Worst Assistant, which she truthfully...
Wait, really?
I did, and
Yeah.
I'm his assistant. So it was all about how bad I am working for him, and then he wrote the foreword.
I wrote the foreword.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had people come up to me holding the book because it did really well. I've had people come up to me holding the book and they've said to me, "Hey, Conan, are you okay with this?" Like she did it behind my back. And I said, "I wrote the foreword."